in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Jackson.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
DeAndre Swift.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he returns this to the 22.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. But now it's Rosen looking. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Jackson now. He finds his man complete. That's McDaniel. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll get this off to Swift. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And down inside the 15 he goes.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 7-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line, as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Swift. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces, because they've got some new faces from a year ago, and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rosen.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11 now. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Wiggles free, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Jackson out to his left. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Swift.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Rashad Bateman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike 13. Crunch time, defense. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. All day, just like that. 80. Mike 13, Mike 13. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Here I come. Mike 13, Mike 13.
Here's Rosen to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Odafe Owe coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Cooks flashing the footwork. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's McDaniel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 5 yards remain on second down. Now Jackson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Whoa.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Again, Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. McKenzie returning it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Swift on the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Pick it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Shoot.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Real quick. Mike, 28. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey. Shoot. Show it up, show it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Second and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Tighten up.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, middle. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Watch the pass. Mike 28. Hey, come on.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
It's hot. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, number 28. Yeah. He's coming. Check in. Mike 28. Wrap it.
Now it's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
On the return, it's McKenzie.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my boys. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ringo. Mike 13. He's coming. Check him. I'm coming after you.
To throw again on second down. Rosen. It's caught here by Adams. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 64 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
Next to score, Ravens 31, Browns 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and 8. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on third down, as close to automatic as you can get. 9 out of 10. This is 3rd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On the option to give to Swift here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Hey, Mike 14. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Mike 14, Mike 14. Check. Check 24, check. He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Hit as he throws, he lost the football, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Dobbin's going to take the handoff on the option. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big gain there on 3rd and long. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Good job, good job. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel